guys, what's going on? It's your girl C, the Queen of Wrestling. It has been a very long time since I've done a video. I'm not sure if you want to call this a comeback video. It's not all that big. I just want to get on here now that I've been able to balance my time between everything that's going on in schoolwork. Talk about a few things that's going on in WWE Universe, because we have quite a lot going on during this WrestleMania season. Now, first off, I want to bring up a somewhat nostalgic topic. It's very sad. As you all know, Kharma, she was out in pregnancy and she was supposed to give birth to a son, and we were told that this did happen. She gave birth to a son, but it has just been released through public media that her son passed away before she gave birth to him. This is something that many women deal with. Many women deal with miscarriages. This is very emotional. As a female, I thought that I should go here and mention that. I hope that the WWE Universe has a respect for Kharma. The fact that she came out, even after Royal Rumble, after going through that, much respect for her. Praise going up for her. Although this is very tragic for her and she'll have to deal with it on a day-to-day basis and get, stable again, she has decided to begin a foundation organization for women to come together and be able to express this experience that they've been going through, have gone through. And I think this is very good in our day and time society, especially with young women coming up dealing with this. So I think that this is very awesome for her to take something negative and turn into something positive to help others. So I look forward to hearing more about that from Kharma. Much respect to her. I pray that she'll be able to handle on a day-to-day basis. Hopefully, when she's better, stable, we'll be able to see her back in the ring better than ever. Hopefully, a lot of the WWE Universe will show respect to her now, although I think it's weird that people will show respect after a really big tragedy, but many people pick on Kharma because of her size and her title as diva and all that stuff. But prayers to her. I wish the best for her. I hope to see her back in the ring once everything's good and stable. Now, to a lighter note, more exciting news, Santino is the new U.S. champion. Really? Wow. A lot of people are kind of really excited. A lot of people are kind of like, what in the world is going on? Personally, for me, since Ziggler dropped the U.S. title to Zack Ryder, and then Zack Ryder dropped it to Swagger, to be honest, I forgot Swagger even existed. I forgot the U.S. title existed when Swagger had it. So to me, it's very beneficial for that title to be on Santino right now, since it seems like they don't know, where to go with it. It's kind of just lingering around. Unlike the Intercontinental title, where Cody is breaking mad records from past wrestlers. I think I read something that if Cody holds on to another month, he'll beat Shawn Michaels' record of holding the title, the IC title. That's interesting. But congrats to Santino. I heard that at the Elimination Chamber match, he was getting off in that match. Has a more sturdy fan base, not just because he's a comedian, but because he actually has wrestling ability and he's good. So I have much respect for him. I look forward to seeing this title reign. Hopefully it won't last just like 1 week or 2 weeks. Hopefully it'll last out. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he has for us. So big ups to Santino. Now, talking about one of my favorite dudes. We all know we have Undertaker versus Triple H in a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania 28. Now, to be perfectly honest, when I first heard that this was going to happen again, I really didn't want to see it because it kind of diminished the streak a little bit. He already has multiple opponents that he's wrestled multiple times, which leading up to the 19-0 streak. But Triple H again, to me, was kind of like, it's trying to kind of be played out. But once they put Hell in a Cell in that, I was, okay, I'm intrigued. I want to see this. Now, I did not watch Raw this past Raw or last week, but apparently Shawn Michaels has been hopping in, hopping out. And apparently Shawn Michaels is going to be the guest referee at WrestleMania 28 in their match. Yeah, good way to make it interesting. I read a few months ago that this was probably going to go down, and I find it interesting that it's actually going to come to fruition. Now, this has many angles, you guys. Shawn Michaels can go right down the middle. He can either pull for, Undertaker, or he can pull for Triple H, because we know that Shawn Michaels and Triple H, although they're best friends, they still have this competition between the two. We know they've had rivalries in WWE. They've beaten the crap out of each other in the past. So, I mean, Shawn Michaels might, see that Triple H can beat the Undertaker streak, and he doesn't want that to happen. Or either, he's tired of the Undertaker streak and he pulls for Triple H. Now, JR mentioned in his recent blog that somehow, some way, Shawn Michaels is going to try to make that match all about him, which he's Mr. WrestleMania. I don't put it by him. So that's going to have a lot of angles, and when we get to WrestleMania predictions and opinions, we'll get more deep into that. But that should be a very interesting match. I read something that we might see Undertaker and Shawn Michaels face off. I'm pretty sure that's more of like a debate thing than wrestling. I don't think Shawn Michaels really wrestling anymore, so that'll be interesting to see. So I think that's pretty good. This whole Teddy Long and John Laurinaitis confrontation, who should run both Raw and SmackDown. Personally, I kind of don't care about it. I mean, it's gonna go the way the back wants it to go, regardless of the situation. Now my brother has thrown out the crazy idea that we're gonna have them at a WrestleMania match. Whoever wins get both shows. That'd be pretty interesting. It's better than seeing Michael Cole back in the ring at WrestleMania, so I'd rather see that than Michael Cole wrestling. I'm not too sure where to go in the whole thing. I could live with Laurinaitis having both shows, and Teddy, I like Teddy, so there's really no animosity towards him. Let's see. Anything else that just pops up into my mind? Not really. I really just want to talk about Kharma. I really want to talk about the whole thing with Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. Cody, apparently we're going to be having Cody Rhodes versus Big Show at WrestleMania for the IC title, and I'm so excited because first I heard Big Show was going to have a confrontation with Shaq. I'm tired, as you've been seeing Cody Rhodes have been doing embarrassing moments of the Big Show at WrestleMania. I am super duper tired of Big Show having these whack moments at WrestleMania and have a really good wrestling match and possibly win it. So that's basically what I'm going for. Let's see. Anything else really rolling around there? I'm not really sure. I just really wanted to get out there some of the major things that's going on in my opinion, because you haven't heard from me in a very good while. Hopefully I can continue to balance my schedule for the next few weeks so I can get some videos in there about The Undertaker, his streak, his history, some more history on WrestleMania, what I'm looking forward to. And also I'm hoping that this WrestleMania really helps the uniqueness and what can be exciting wrestling come back, because for the past few years we haven't had great wrestling except for, we've seen CM Punk and Daniel Bryan going at it. I think that's pretty interesting. I'll talk about CM Punk and Chris Jericho on a later note. I don't care for Chris Jericho, so for that rivalry, I'll pick CM Punk all the way. We'll see how that goes. Now, I know a lot of people talking about The Rock and John Cena. That's a totally another whole video to talk about. I'm not picking either. I don't care about either. I really don't. I mean, I respect The Rock as an entertainer, as a wrestler. I respect John Cena for what he does for the company, but I'm not a big fan of his wrestling or his mic skills or anything that pertains to John Cena in the wrestling company. I really, I'm not a big fan of it. I think personally that this is mainly for a generational clash. I'm pretty sure that those who hate John Cena pulling for The Rock, and those who, can't stand The Rock pull for John Cena. But for me, I'm just, whatever. Whoever wins, wins. I don't see The Rock winning just because John Cena is still working for the WWE full time. But I also see that somehow it'll be a draw. Not sure they're gonna add a stipulation to the match or what have you. But that's a whole nother time to talk about in a different video. So that's that on that one. So that's pretty much everything that's kind of going on that comes to my remembrance. Once again, I haven't been watching that much wrestling for the past few weeks. Just want to get out there. Once again, support Kharma. Keep her in your prayers. Keep her in mind. Looking forward to The Undertaker, Triple H and Shawn Michaels match. And that's about it, you guys. I just want to get out here and see how everybody was doing. I'll probably get a video next week sometime if everything goes the way I wanted to go. So, big ups. Shout out to all y'all. Respect to y'all. This is the Queen of Wrestling, and I'm out of here.